Hey everyone, I am doing this from home. It's Thursday night. The wind is blowing. It doesn't sound great outside. It's going to get colder and nasty. So I thought I'm just going to get this devotion done a day ahead of time. And I've been reading Isaiah, excuse me, Isaiah 54 and 55. Today we looked at, on Thursday, at Isaiah 53, and Friday is 54 and 55. And there is just so much in these two chapters. It's still about the restoration of the people of Israel, the people coming back home to Israel. And again, some passages that you will be very familiar with, especially in 55. So let me give you two verses from chapter 54, verses 5 and 10. In 54:5, we read, "For your Maker is your husband, the Lord of hosts is his name, and the Holy One of Israel is your Redeemer. The God of the whole earth he is called." And then jumping down to verse 10, "For the mountains may depart, and the hills be removed, but my steadfast love shall not depart from you, and my covenant of peace shall not be removed, says the Lord who has compassion on you." So the whole theme in chapter 54 is the restoration of the people of Israel and how they will be fruitful and they will multiply on the earth and they will be God's people. And then we get to chapter 55, and I'm going to read verses 1 and 2 and 8 and 9. We could have read more, but 1 and 2 is just such a powerful, powerful passage. This is what Isaiah tells us through of God. He says, "Come, everyone who thirsts, come to the waters." Now listen to this. You've got to really listen to this. "Come to the waters, and he who has no money," get it? "He who has no money, come, buy and eat. Come, buy wine and milk without money and without price. Why do you spend your money for that which is not bread, and your labor for that which does not satisfy? Listen diligently to me, and eat what is good, and delight yourselves in rich food." So again, the image of God, and he's telling us, come, you can buy this. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not going to sell it to you. It's for free. It is yours. It is yours for the taking. Just say yes to me. How great is that? And then we get to verses 8 and 9, which we've heard before when Isaiah says this about God. He says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." You know, I've been writing about God's attributes, and we've looked at God being eternal and infinite and omnipotent and omniscient. And this Sunday is going to be God's omnipresence. And then for the 14th, I think you can guess which attribute I'm going to do for that. And I'll tell you, I thought I could combine multiple attributes into one Sunday, and I can't. That's how great God is, and yet we are still limited in our ability to describe him. That's the beauty of God. His ways are above our ways. His thoughts are above our thoughts. As high as the heavens are than the earth, so are God's ways and God's thoughts above ours. We can't put God into a box. We can't pin God down. And that's a great thing. Just imagine if we could really harness God, just like we try to do with people. We try to put them in a box and pinpoint them. Imagine if we did that with God. We would have a very limited God, wouldn't we? A very finite God. Instead, we have an infinite God. And that is great news. And so I want you to take what you've heard today in chapter 54 and 55, and then to 56 on Monday, leads to a whole nother sense of beauty and power and glory from the Lord. So that's where we're at today, chapters 54 and 5. Don't labor, don't be weary in labor, as chapter 51 starts out with. Why do you spend your money for that which is not bread, and your labor for that which doesn't satisfy you. Don't we do that? We chase after all kinds of things other than what we need to. And yet God says, come, buy from me, buy the wine, buy the rich food. Oh, wait, you don't have to buy it. Say yes to me, and I'm just going to give it to you. Sleep on that, meditate on that, think about that all day. The grace of God. Have a great day. Stay warm, stay safe, and God bless you.